I've revisited almost every time I update for it. So it's called 21 The World, and it's probably my favorite walking simulator that is still being worked on. And it is inspired by LSD, the game, not the drug. Well, presumably not the drug. I don't fucking know for sure. And there is a pretty substantial update that I've been made aware of. So, this game is based on the developer's dreams, with inspiration from the LSD game. And there's a whole fucking assload of new updates. Also, the developer, I believe, is now in chat. Which is actually kind of unrelated to why I'm playing this. So yeah, it's oh, it was great, and it crashed. Great, well that was fun. That was 21 The World. I hope you enjoyed it. Sensitivity is a little bit too high. Let me see if I can lower. I can't. Okay, so it's gonna be a little choppy. LSD dev, maybe if you could find a way to implement some kind of control thing in a future update. I know it's asking a lot, but for a game like this, I wouldn't mind being able to look around a little more smoothers. So yeah, I guess this is the dude's room. And the idea is that you... I believe this is new. The idea is that you click on points of interest and you just explore. That's it. It's just an ambient walking simulator. And considering some of the other shit I did today, consider this a way to wind down after a long weekend and get ready for a brand new week. And just to check out some dreams and ambient sounds. Here's the graveyard. These dudes are new, but the graveyard isn't. Huge skeleton. Here we go. I remember the skeleton dimension. Hey, I mean, Spooptober's almost here. I'd say that this is a good lead up to Spooptober. I've got a lot of shitty Sunday, October, scary shit. And, also genuinely good Spooptober games, too. Pizza, pasta, put it on my cock! This is cool. LSD dev, I told you I would do a little ambient song for a future update. If you, I get a lot of stuff from dreams too. In fact, half of our upcoming Another Light album, was ripped from a dream. At least from the stars almost entirely, and the other 5 songs, just the kind of idea, the seed of the, like a chorus or a verse or whatever. Anyway, point is, if you want some fucking nonsense and me meandering aimlessly on a guitar and keyboard for a minute, let me know. Me mandering. But I have, okay, I have one stipulation. You have to remove Miku from this game. That's the only way I'll do the music for you. Here at Domino's, we love Hatsune Miku. I'm sorry, Pizza Hut. We love her more than we love the Noid. Our own creation, we disowned because shit got weird. Nice jape room. There's that Majora's Mask filter. Well, this is new. The fuck kind of dreams do you have, LSD Dev? Who is this? What are you eating before bed? Why don't you just get in the bucket? Get in the bucket. Come on now. I remember this one. This is where he finds Goblet and Toilet. You know, there's too much to this game now. I don't remember if I've been in specific spots anymore. Like, I have no idea if I've been here. Music is cool, though. Except these hooligans playing their own music somewhere off in the corner. You got this fucking sick jam happening, and they're off playing their own. Is that a clown? Is that Ron McDon? Run, run, run! There's some good Bowie stuff off of the Low album that would fit nicely with some of the visuals here. Oh, I remember this. Oh, wait a minute, this is different now. It's nighttime. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. I mean, I just started this, and most of what I've seen so far is new. It's a lot of new dreams. LSD Dev, I feel like I should interview you at some point. I feel like I just want to ask you a couple questions. Like, okay, how about this? Instead of that, I'll just ask you the question I have now, which I think I know the answer to. Do you have a dream journal? So, do you keep a notebook by your bed and write down your dreams? There's new doors. There are more doors. The doors of perception. Do I have a dream journal? No, I used to. I've written down a fair share of dreams over the years, but lately I have not. I do have, my phone I keep next to my bed. If it's something of really interesting, I'll write it down. Well, not write. I'll recite it to my phone. I'll, like, do the recorder. But, one thing I've gotten really good at is remembering melodies from my dream and singing them into my phone, and then playing guitar or playing keyboard and getting those melodies back. And that's why it's good to sleep next to a phone to some extent, or a recorder, or anything. So I can also just kind of dictate what the dream is if I needed to. Isn't this an area directly from LSD? Oh shit, it was Japes! It's not my kind of dream. This is where the Vinesauce reference was. There's a game somewhere in here that had, it was, from a Vinesauce artist. Or it might not be in this particular store, but... yeah. There's a couple dreams that I have that are recurring. And, like... Dev says enter Vinny as a password. How do you bring up a password? Oh. You press enter. Vinny. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So yeah, it is here, but you just have to type it in to get to it. I need some more, in a little bit I'm gonna ask for more passwords. Because that's cool. That's a good, actually that's a really great way to hide stuff. But if it's really cool stuff that you want people to see, they can just type a password. I like that. But I've had a lot of recurring dreams that involve my high school and college. Those are the ones that suck the most. It's like, oh right, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's always the dream. It's always like, I don't know where class is. But then there's some locations that I've been to multiple times, and they feel very comfortable and familiar. And these are, like, weird bastardizations of locations that I've been to in real life. Like, there's this one place overlooking a river, and it's, like, kind of up on a hill. And it almost looks like I'm looking out into a bay, and across the bay is New York City, but it's not New York City, and it's always nighttime. I've had that dream like 3 or 4 times, and usually it's like, the weather is perfect, there's fireworks sometimes. It's kind of just weird, and it comes back. Nice Halloween costume. What about the UFO dream in the forest? I'd need to, hear that again. If anyone knows where the UFO forest dream was, where I talked about it, please send that to me on Twitter. Because I want to hear it again. I don't remember it. My voice is cracking real hard tonight. It's somewhat discouraging. I don't lucid dream now. I've had, flying dreams. I've had a couple dreams. One time I actually had an out-of-body thing where, like, I was able to... This is gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm gonna... This is a new area, by the way. I thought I was sleeping, but it felt really real, and... I started lifting out of my body and looking down at myself sleeping, and I was, like, close to my ceiling, almost. And I heard a voice say, "What are you afraid of?" And I said, "Well, what are you afraid of?" And then I started kind of lifting out, like I started astrally projecting out of my body in this dream. And, then I actually started getting kind of afraid after that happened. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not in my body. And then I went back down to it. Like, I immediately snapped back in, and that never happened again. Some people would say that that's the beginning of astral projection. This was like 20 years ago. 10 years ago. I was 20 years old almost. But, I think, you know, it just was a weird dream. Why are you a smartass even in your dreams? I can't help it. This dude can't help it. Have you ever had sleep paralysis? Yep. On a couple of occasions. Nothing like major, but enough that it made me feel kind of like, what is going on here? Dream bathroom. Take a nice psychedelic shower. I've mentioned the song Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast from Pink Floyd a couple times on the stream. It's on an album that they dismiss as like one of their stupid albums. It's called Atom Heart Mother. I like it. I like some of it. I can't stand Alan's Psychedelic Breakfast. It's literally just... It's a couple... I mean, there's some music in there, but it's a dude talking to himself, lighting matches, and like... Fucking... It's just it's a psychedelic breakfast! I think that was, that's one of those songs that I skip from Floyd. Just can't listen to it, man. You Hate Revolution number 9. Did you know McCartney fought to keep that song off of the White Album? Number 9? Number 9? That's the bad trip portion of the White Album.
Did you ever hear of Mickey?
is this?
And shouted, "Quiet down there!" And fell.
What made you want a Rickenbacker? John Lennon played one. It's a beautiful looking guitar. And Kevin Parker from Tame Impala plays one. Alright, here's the room that kills the bitrate of the stream. Looks like it's been updated a bit. Right? All I'm gonna say is... Pizza, pasta, put it in a box! Oh, this is the pizza location. This is Pizza Zone. It's weird that I can't see, like, this kind of caricature of an Italian dude without thinking about cheesy on my peenie. That song is fucking ruined everything.
Did you ever hear of Mickey? How he heard our rap?
Man, I wish I could recall other dreams that I've had that... It's weird, because when I go back to these locations, they are, like, weird, bastardized versions of places that I've never been to. Or fake versions of places that I've been to. Like, just kind of... maybe my brain is forming some kind of... Dreams are so fucking amazing. And sometimes they're prophetic. Like, I've had dreams that predict things that were to happen that day. Or, like, someone would be on my mind, and then that day they would call. Even the most skeptical of people. If that happens to you, you're just like, wait a minute, why'd that happen? How did they call me? I didn't tell them I had the dream. Like, what the fuck? But it is amazing how the brain can construct, like, I've had dreams of, like, me being in Germany. Like, I was, thinking a lot about Bowie, when I was reading the book about the album Low. I was thinking about Berlin in the late 70s, and I read about it, but I didn't, you know, I don't know what it's like. I've seen a couple pictures, but I had a dream one time that I was there, and my brain just reconstructed this weird, fucked up version. It just filled in the blanks. And I just remember a pervading sense of fear. Turns out the skeleton has a bad soul. Don't know if intentional frame rates. we being treated to an impromptu performance? Why are you wearing a Roger Daltrey coat? How the fuck did you even get, like, a... like, tassels? A tassel outfit. Footage of Mike and I writing our first Red Vox songs. Well, watching this made me want to jam, so well done. I'm now going to interrupt the album's mixing, just so we can get the guys together and have a jam session. Which we did last week, actually, and it went kind of well. It was fun. I need that every now and then. I didn't realize how much I needed that in life until I do it. And I'm like, oh, this is wow. This is necessity. Live jam for us? Nah, I don't think you want that. And there's no internet at the studio anyway. So is this like... is this just par for the course for you guys? Do you just wear, like, masquerade masks? Do you just have, like, eyes wide shut orgies in your jam room? You don't see... what you're not seeing are the 17 other people off camera. Okay. Thank you for the jam session. Keep up the good work. Enjoy yourself. Hey, LSD Dev. LSD Dev, are you still here? Yeah, there he is. So... LSD Dev, did you want to do, like, a 15-minute discussion about your game, since you're here? And since I've played your game, like, 3 times, would you want to just have a quick impromptu talk? Maybe not an interview, but, like, we'll just talk for 15 minutes? The password is Fidelio. Yeah, sure, okay. Why are you calling him LSD Dev? That's his name in chat. So, that said, can any of my mods get in touch with him, maybe? Or, you know what? Let me see if I can work something out. I don't even know my own fucking username on Discord. You know what? I'll whisper him. What's LSD dev? All right. Yeah, it's in streamer mode, so it doesn't have the number there. All right, so I'm whispering the dude now. Oh fuck. The password is Hunter 2. I saw this room earlier. What the fuck is this game? This game is beyond description. The whisper won't let you reply. Jump off the bridge in the static room. Okay, well there's a lot of stuff going on. Alright. Have my whispers off, oh yeah. Guess that's intentional. Alright, so I thought once you sent a whisper, it was like you were open. Okay, I got his Discord. I suck with Discord. I really do. I'm learning. I'm gonna learn right now on stream. Pending. And there we go. Okay. I got him. That was 60% less painful than I thought it would be. And thus the mystery will then be ruined. This is different. Originally this was like a hurricane. Hello? I don't think you have a microphone on.
Hello?
Now you do.
What's up?
Hi. So, what should I call you?
LSD dev is fine.
LSD Dev it is. This is a weird impromptu interview. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
So you, I guess I'll start off with, are you okay? Do you get enough sleep? Are you watching what you eat before bed? How are you getting dreams like this? I got so many questions, but ultimately, I guess my first question would be, let me see, a serious one. Okay. On average, how much do you fill your dream journal per week?
Lately, it's been a little less. Haven't been sleeping as much. But in my prime, I'd get at least like 2 a day. 2 a day, so fill out the whole week.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. So a lot of that made it into the game.
Yeah.
So, I guess when you said to yourself you were gonna make this game based on your dreams, what made you, like, so did you then write a dream journal, or were you doing a dream journal before that?
I was doing it before that.
I see. And did you know how to make games before you started saying to yourself, man, I want to put this shit in dreams?
I had some prior experience in programming, yeah, but
Okay.
Unity was completely new to me.
And, so, okay, so you're using Unity, so then, man, I guess this turned into an interview, huh? So how long have you been making this game for? I don't even remember the first time I came across it.
This is about 2 years. Nah, 2 years.
And you just, this most recent update was like, what, a couple weeks ago, right? Or a week ago?
Right.
Wow, so you're still going. Good for you.
Still going.
How weird is it to watch someone else stream your video game?
It's not weird at all. It's entertaining.
I'm glad to hear that. That was my hope. I'm glad you continued updating and you continued adding more. Like, I like these new spots. This is kind of cool. What are you in school?
Yeah, I'm in school. I'm studying computer sciences.
So, no, okay, but you do seem to have some interest in, like I just saw the fucking Sistine Chapel, and, I tend to see things like tarot cards and, you know, stuff like that. Do you have any interest in, like, classical, art and, philosophy and stuff?
Yeah.
Like a
yeah,
passing hobby, or is it like a real interest?
A passing hobby, I'd say. Like, I like art, but I'm not the best artist. But I try.
Well, so then the assets you get from this game, or for this game, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't ask the question, but you do make some of them yourself, yes?
Yes.
That's fair enough. Good question. All right, good.
Like,
do you
all
believe
the
in
stuff
God?
you would yes.
Oh, okay.
But, like, all the stuff you would see, like, in the starting room were all, like, pictures taken from the actual room. So a lot of the assets come from just pictures I've taken around here.
So, I was wondering, I figured it was something like that, but I also have to ask you, so you mentioned that this game is inspired by LSD, which is one of the most fascinating anomalies of a game, I think, in existence. And when did you first come across that one? When did you first discover LSD?
I suppose it was around 2010 when I first started playing.
And you really liked it?
Yeah, I really liked it.
I could tell, yes. What other stuff have you made?
Nothing that I've released. Like, I worked on a engine called Beyond, which was just like 2D sprite based, kind of like NES sort of things. And so I played around with that. And that's where I built most of my experience in programming.
That's cool. And would you like to make more games in the future?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do have a knack for it. I'm in the now Mario Sunshine inspired water bottle.
Yeah, sure is.
But yeah, I think that's a cool thing. I said, like, I love weird. I don't know what's the appeal for me. I'm not entirely sure. I've done some soul searching. I still couldn't tell you why I like games like this, but I guess the exploration and just finding new stuff for me is interesting. I don't necessarily need to have anything to do, but just being able to discover new areas and find new things is, I guess for me, that's all I need. Are there any other games that inspire you? Like, is LSD pretty much the height of this genre for you?
Not necessarily. I think games like Myst definitely inspired me also.
So, Myst is a good choice. Why is there a toilet? Did you have a toilet dream?
Oh, this map in particular?
Yeah.
Well, I was on the swim team, and so I had a lot of recurring dreams involving, swim meets and the such. So this is where the inspiration for this map came from.
Oh, no shit. I was wondering because there's a lot of water in your game. I like that particular room because it reminds me of Billy Harrington and Van Darkholm. It's a lot. So anyway, yeah, no, this is cool. I've played this a bunch of times now, as I'm sure you're aware, and it continues to be kind of a cult favorite amongst the audience. Like I get requests to play this every time you get a new update. So even if I have no idea you updated the game, someone inevitably lets me know. So you have fans here.
Good to know.
So I have. Oh, this is interesting. So this skeleton with the frog in the back seat, was this actually, like, this is a real dream you had?
Sort of. It was. Well, it might be kind of a long story to explain the whole dream, but I go on long car trips with my family a lot, so these would be dreams inspired by such events.
So there's inspiration. I mean, maybe not everything is a dream in this game, but let's just say the inspiration's there. Is that fair?
Correct.
Do you plan on doing more with this game?
I was considering a newer project. It would be similar in atmosphere, but having perhaps more mechanics or a narrative of sorts.
I think that's a good. I think that's a good direction. Speaking of, I think I just found Billy Harrington, like the actual Billy Harrington. I don't know if that's him, but well done if so. Yeah, I think that would be good because a game like this is fun and you can continue adding to it. But I also feel like just a couple of basic mechanics and maybe like some minor puzzle solving could go a long way. Even if the narrative is loose, I think that's a pretty good idea. So I wish you, of course, the best of luck with your future endeavors in game development and dreaming. Have you ever done drugs?
No way.
No way. That's what I like to hear. That's a good Christian child. I have no idea if you're serious or not, but seriously?
Yes.
Good for you. Have you ever been tempted?
Not really.
Well,
it's never really interested me, I guess.
For me, that's weird to hear, considering I played your game a number of times. So I'll leave it at that. But I think you're making good decisions, kid. Good job. What other questions? Oh, music. So that's you in the clips, right? You play guitar.
No, it's not.
What? No, who?
Yeah.
Do you play any of the music in the game or no?
I've made some of the ambient tracks. You could find those on the SoundCloud I listed on the song list I made on the Google Doc. But yeah, I'm not as musically inclined as my friends, so they help me out with a lot of the background tracks.
So those are your friends doing the jam sessions there.
Right.
What other
Mr. Ride.
deep? Yeah, I missed my my Billy Harrington. Is that it? I'm just done now.
Yeah.
Fuck. That is Billy Harrington, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, never mind that. What other things? So yeah, are you a religious person?
Not strongly, but I do like reading about religion.
So, like, I grew up with the Bible and all the weird parables and all those stories and, like, Cain and Abel and all that. Isaac. I always, like, those stories stuck with me, but they never really had an impact on my life. Like, I think they just scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I'm fascinated by them. I like learning about them to some extent, but it's hard to know what to make of them, unless it's really spelled out. So, I guess, before I'm gonna have to let the audience ask you a couple questions, if that's cool.
Sure.
But before I do that, I'm gonna say any other games at the moment that you're playing, even if they're not, like, crazy like this?
Any games I'm playing?
Yeah. Any video games you're into at the moment?
I was just playing Doom, so that's one of them.
Good choice.
When I'm not doing that, I waste a lot of hours grinding in Disgaea. Not the best use of my time.
Think of all the development you could get done. Think of all the skeletons you can add.
That's my dilemma.
What other things? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions. Do you have any other passwords that I could enter for particularly interesting things?
Yeah, sure. You could enter baby if you wanted to see the babies.
Okay.
You could.
I'm in a basement right now, so I'm gonna do that. Just a second. So this house is modeled after your own house?
Yes.
What's your exact address and social security number? I'm asking for a friend. I'm kidding. Please don't answer that ever. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I've in RPG Maker I recreated a place I lived once. So I don't know. I never really did anything with it. All right, baby, B-A-B-Y. Let's see. Oh, this is fucked up. Oh, God. This is disgusting, dude. I love that this baby just peers at you. You never really can see the baby in full. As you, oh, fucking goddamn it. Ah! Oh, I think I've seen this. I remember this. I don't know.
Yes, this is an older one.
It doesn't make it any less fucked up. Got it. Ah! Any other codes?
Yeah, sure. You can type in dare, D-A-R-E.
It's there. It's a little short film. Do you like Eyes Wide Shut, the movie?
Yes.
Yes, me too. Very much. Any other movies of notable interest for you?
I've seen The Fifth Element, like, countless times. I'd say I'm a big fan of that one.
Okay, good choice. Any particularly weird movies that you like? David Lynch stuff, or?
Nothing's really weirded me out personally. I'm too desensitized.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a lot of like where your inspiration came from, you know? So, okay. Here's what we'll do. For like 5-10 minutes, why don't we take some questions from the chat? So chat, if you have any questions for the dude that made this thing, ask in chat, and LSD Dev, why don't you read the question out loud, whatever question you like, and then just answer it, and that'll be it. They want to know why you like Miku.
Miku? Some of the songs are okay. They really vary in quality. But I think I've tried out the Vocal Aid application before, and it's really neat. So I've been a big fan of it. I played Yume Nikki. Yeah. It's alright. Sometimes it gets a little slow, but I'd say I'm a fan. Do I like Vinny? Of course.
Oh, you. Just saying that because you're live with me.
No, I really appreciate all the streams you've done. I mean, every time it's caught me off guard. I'm just like, I'm really surprised.
And I keep doing it too.
Yeah, that's what gets me. I think, oh, you know, that's it. There's my few minutes, and it happens again, and I never expect it.
Well, I'm a sucker for shit like this.
So I really wanted to catch this stream, so I could do something like this.
Hope you don't have anything early to do tomorrow.
Nah, I get to sleep in. Favorite coding language? C#, I'd say. That's what I went for with this project. The other option was JavaScript, which is really unorganized for something like this. Having a hard time catching all these.
Oh yeah, that's the nature of it. I saw one. Why the name 21 the World? That's a tarot card, no?
Yeah, it is. I was trying to play into some symbolism here, because I'm kind of into the mysticism and occult kind of stuff. I find it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the world. It's more of like an encapsulating nature of a title like that, but in like tarot symbolism, it's supposed to symbolize like the end of a journey, but the journey can be like a cycle. It keeps cycling, and this is kind of how the gameplay plays out, like cycling through these dreams, reoccurring like that, these experiences.
I've noticed in the more recent iterations, sometimes things will change a little bit when you revisit them. Kind of like LSD. Like the hospital, for example, I saw with a couple of different textures.
Yeah, there's an underlying system, so everything that you click on will increment these variables little by little, and when the conditions get met, it'll change the textures or cause events to trigger.
Oh, I like this one. This one's new. Blood rain. Everyone's scattering. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. Obviously, you're a big Majora's Mask fan.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, it could be my #1 game, I'd say. Definitely top 5.
I don't think there's a game. I mean, there's a couple that really gave me that feeling of dread, and that like it's hard to point to another game that really affected me and made me feel something the way Majora's Mask did, knowing that moon was going to come down. And then
the atmosphere is just amazing.
Years later, when I played it again, I remembered, like, oh, right, that's why people love this game so much. I think the meteor in Final Fantasy VII had a similar effect on me, but that's a whole different story.
Favorite Shin Megami Tensei game, since there's a ton of that in this. I'd say it's Nocturne, for sure. I appreciate the difficulty. It was a good challenge. Let's see, do I have a Twitter? I do have a Twitter. I haven't been using it much because No one ever sends anything to that one. It's all to the Tumblr most of the time. So send it to the Twitter or the Tumblr. I'll try to answer it when I can. I usually get back to mostly all the letters that I get.
Did you film? Is that you in this cutscene, or is that one of your friends?
No, that one is me. Oh, do you guys know that meme? Sora versus Roxas live action, where they're fighting with the umbrellas? That's actually the location. I live right next to that. Just a fun fact.
You don't own a black robe?
No, I don't.
Damn it. If you had a black robe on, that would have been like... First of all, that would have scared the shit out of anyone driving by. So that would have been worth it alone just for that. You know what? No. You know what? Even with the mask on, and just the mask, I bet there were people driving by like, what the fuck is this kid doing?
In the living room, if you haven't clicked the bird clock yet, I would do that. I don't
Bird clock?
think you've seen that one.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I don't know what I was expecting. It's most certainly a bird, and it's most certainly a clock.
Some people are asking if I lucid dream. Sometimes. It's not something. It's not easy to invoke, I'd say. But
No.
it becomes more common when you're keeping the journal. And
Well, that's one of the keys to it, yeah.
right. And even if it's not a lucid dream, just keeping the journal helps you remember so much more.
How do you lucid dream? They say, well, I don't... Do you know how to answer that? Is there an answer to that?
Some people focus on, like, kind of proving that they're in a dream somehow. Like, you know, oh, that's not possible. But for me, I just kind of, like, it just kind of snaps to me, I guess. Like, I just realize it and then just go berserk because it's a dream. As for the dream journals, I think I'm on my third one at the moment. But when you kind of sit down, you start thinking, you know, what happened last night, and you start recalling the dreams. For me, I start triggering a sort of domino effect. And there are times when I can remember dreams that I had when I was like 5, like really far back ones. So, and it just keeps going, and I just write them down. So even ones that I haven't written down in the journal, sometimes they find their way back to me, and then into the game they go.
Isn't that the weirdest shit when you have that dream that you haven't remembered since you were like young, and then like,
Yeah,
oh fuck.
yeah.
One day I'd like to do a stream where I think I should keep another dream journal. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna keep a notebook next to my bed, and I'll let you guys know what happened. But what do you think the utility of dreams are? I mean, I've thought about them a lot, and I think there were family members that had prophetic dreams about like hurricanes and like disasters and shit in my family, that they would be able to predict that. A couple of occasions in my family, dreams predicted death. So I've always had some reverence for dreams based on that. And I've also had a deep desire to learn from them. Even if I don't know what they mean, I try to glean some lesson, some meaning. So that's my thought. What do you think is the purpose? If any.
I don't think it can be narrowed down into a single purpose. Like for me, it's the source of inspiration, and even other artists get inspiration from dreams. Musicians like the Devil's Trill Sonata came to that one guy. What's his name? In his dream, and and then there's the prophetic ones. I don't know if I believe in the prophetic ones as much. It's kind of like you think about these things all the time. You know, oh, is a loved one gonna die? And those show up in the dreams. And I think sooner or later you're bound to get something right in the dream.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I would imagine, let's say the family that I know that had such prophetic dreams. I'm sure there were plenty of dreams that didn't come true. I've had dreams where family members passed away and they didn't. So, but on a long enough time frame, everyone's right eventually. But I'll tell you that from me, the thing that was, like, I've learned things from dreams that I don't know if I would have thought about otherwise, but like I said, thinking about a friend that you haven't heard from in years and then they call you or you see them on the street, those do happen from time to time, and I tend to roll with those. I'm not really asking anyone to believe me, but for my own kind of weirdness, I don't really know what that means. But as I also said, like, creatively, like for music, I got a lot of really good stuff from dreams, and including a band name, which we ended up being pretty happy about. So, yeah, it's really hard to say, but I do think that you can make from them. I mean, if you want, they're just a series of random events or subconscious stew based on all the stuff you've experienced.
Right.
Maybe something you did that day. Maybe you ate a bad peanut and it transformed into some weird dream about you losing an arm. I mean, who knows, but I do think that you can learn a little bit from dreams, whether or not it's, you know, paranormal. I think it's just...
Yeah, definitely. One interesting thing, while I was working on this game, I would have dreams of working on the game, and like it would be kind of like I would be showing it off to a friend or something, like, yo, look at this new map I made. And it wouldn't be a map I made in real life, but I would remember that, and then, well, I'll make it now. And so it kind of played into itself, and the content kept coming.
Interesting. But I guess then you can also point to, like, dreams of you playing a game. Have you ever had those? Like, you played a lot of a game, and then you go to bed and you're still playing the fucking game?
Yes.
Those seem a lot less useful. It's like, if dreams are supposed to teach us something, I don't need to continue playing Diablo 2 while I'm dreaming.
Yeah, those are fun too, because you're like playing, and then you pull off some like sick move, and you're like, whoa, I never noticed that before.
And then you wake up and you realize you can't do it in the game.
Yeah, and that's sad, but...
Yeah. In a kind of a general sense, is there anything else you want to talk about in relation to this game or dreams or anything, really?
There's a lot, like going into detail of each scene's inspirations. But I think I covered like most of the biggest questions, I'd say. Any
particularly interesting stories for any of these scenes? Like something that you think, like one particularly good dream or one particularly good source of inspiration that you would like to share?
I'd say a big one came in this recent update, and the singular dream spanned across a couple of scenes. And there's a kind of order you can go in within this game that plays it out. But the dream was kind of like I myself had died, and then it kind of it moves on from that, and then I'm kind of wandering around in this afterlife, but not in like a, you know, the Christmas Carol, whatever kind of story way,
but more just a kind of a
yeah, just kind of like
less tangible.
Right. Just like wandering around and seeing everything.
How do I start the sequence of events? Do you know? Well, you obviously know. But is it something I could do in the next 5 minutes, let's say?
Well, you've seen the scenes kind of, and I'm just saying there's an order
Oh, I see.
that they,
Okay, I gotcha.
that they come in that forms the story.
Why a rhesus cow?
There was this one Monster Hunter mod where they had switched out the textures for Reese's Puffs, and I just loved it.
I accept that answer.
And that's all there is to that Reese's Puff cow.
Fair enough. Sometimes a thing is just a thing, and who cares? So, all right. Any future things coming up in you know, soon for you, whether it be with this game or anything else, or just anything creative you might be working on at the moment that people can look forward to?
Definitely the new project I was considering. I'll definitely be posting stuff on my blog about that. So just
that's something you've already thought about quite a bit.
Yeah.
Good, good. If it's anything I can say to help you continue this kind of stuff, like, this is a really good start. I want you to know that I've enjoyed this game thoroughly, and I know the audience has, and someone in chat was like, Vinny, for the love of God, tell him not to give up on his dreams. So, yeah, I mean, this is a great start, and I do believe that there is, even if it's something that you work on as a hobby, you know, you have people that are interested in your work, and I would love to see more of it. I mean, whether it's this game or a similar game, or whatever you do next, I think you have talent, and you're really, it seems like you're in tune with your inspiration, and I wish you luck. I hope you continue to succeed and do things and computer science stuff. And just do me a favor, avoid Ouija boards. Specifically Luigi boards. You don't want to fuck with those.
Too late.
Damn it.
They've got me.
When it comes to that last question, when it comes to the occult, have you practiced anything? Have you attempted to make any kind of headway in that regard?
Like, not seriously. Like, you know, like drawing circles and stuff and trying to summon stuff.
Okay.
Not seriously.
So, more just from like a casual standpoint. Not like David Bowie going full occult, living in Aleister Crowley, or thinking Jimmy Page was out to get him from evil incantations, eating cocaine and bell peppers only, and practicing actual occult rituals, thinking there was a demon forming a pentagram in his swimming pool out of brimstone and fire. So you're not going to go the David Bowie route anytime soon, yes?
No.
Good, good. Alright. Well then. Eating cocaine. Maybe he ate the cocaine, we don't know. Maybe he got so high one day he had to eat it to get anything out of it. Who the fuck knows? And then there's Jimmy Page, who went so occult he lived in Aleister Crowley's house, and he practiced like rituals and did all kinds of stupid shit, and then heroin, which also counts as stupid shit, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
This is not that. This is video games. Alright, so thanks again, and I wish you luck once again, and I hope to play your next game a year or whenever from now, so have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
And have a good creative process. Take care.
Will.
Bye.
Peace.
Okay. That was my 3 in the morning chat with the guy who made 21 the World. Really cool to get to know him. Really cool to finally get the source of inspiration for this game that I keep returning to for some unknown reason. Now, there is a lot of art, or at least enough that I don't feel like I'm going to do it tonight, because I'm just going to end up re-fucking up my sleep schedule. But I should be live tomorrow. So I hate to do this again, but it was either more stream or less stream and art. So I was opting for the more stream route today. How much art is there? Metopia has made my life a little bit more difficult when it comes to the Buru. I'm looking now, and there's like 5 pages, almost 4.5. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do this at a later date. I'm really sorry. I would love to do this. If it wasn't so much, I'd be able to do it. Unfortunately, the Buru is both a blessing and a curse for me. A blessing because I love the art so much. We always appreciate fan art, and genuinely, I like to see what you guys draw. Then it's the curse because as the stream continues to grow, and it's grown a lot in just the past year, there's so much extra art to get to. Where it was maybe 1 page a night, now it can end up 3, 4, sometimes 5. Then you combine that with Metopia, which is an extremely art-friendly game, and you have half-hour or more art segments. So a number of people have suggested ways to streamline the art, but I think it's pretty much going to go about the same speed almost every time. So I'm going to have to just be a little bit more conscientious of my time when I stop and when I begin the art. Tonight was not that night. So tonight was interesting. We went from Toad to Corruptions to Thick to an edgy Pokemon ROM hack thing. What's not really even a ROM hack, it's its own standalone. To the return of LSD in the form of 21 the World. We almost covered like the full gamut of what I do. You know, weird, corruptions, bad games, parodies. It was cool. And it was under 4 hours. So it went kind of quick. This week coming up, more Metroid Samus Returns. There will be Mario and Rabbids. More 20XX. I'd love to stream SteamWorld Dig 2. I don't know if I'm going to do a full playthrough of that or just kind of a one-off or two-off. But SteamWorld Dig is a great game, and the sequel is coming out very soon. So that's this week. We'll one day at a time. I also may have a couple of other little things I might want to stream. And Mario 64 Online, we are now investigating it for a mods with mods. So please stay tuned for that, and hopefully I can do some of that. Also in the future, Half-Life. We have another mods with mods planned. Half-Life 1 edition. Some of my favorite mods for Half-Life 1 that didn't maybe get the attention they deserved, or maybe some got too much attention, but we have some good ones. So in the next couple of weeks to a month, those are some of the things you can expect. Thank you again so much for watching, artists. I'll show your art real soon. And thank you, LSD Dev, for the interview. And what else can I say? I can say something like this.
Purchased.
Maybe I can also tell you that there are other streamers that you might want to check out at Vinesauce.com when the site works, or you can go to twitch.tv/team/Vinesauce for the rest of the Vinesauce streamers. There's a lot of people on the team, and you may enjoy them. So, give them a shot. Follow the channel. Check them out. If I'm not around, or even if I am, just take a look. You might enjoy the other streamers. They are very good at what they do. Good news, I've received some Vinesauce merchandise that you haven't seen yet. We are opening our old store. We're not really crazy about, and we have very little control over it. So Ownage has put together some items, including Vinesauce socks that have been modified. They're really nice now. And a couple of shirts that I really like that I had some hand in creating. And there's stuff you can actually wear out of your house. You know, like stuff that you can wear to a place and it won't look stupid. And that's going to be the some of the stuff that we're going to release going forward is going to be like, you know, not really crazy stuff, like stuff that you could just kind of wear to even a bar or a coffee shop or something and not feel like, oh, I have a big dumb cartoon on my chest. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, we'll still have stuff like that eventually too, but I got some of the final versions today, or yesterday rather, and they're really good. And we're looking into a grab bag, and we're also plushies will be back in stock. So we'll have some stuff available, and you know, we'll keep it as reasonably priced as possible. And as always, it's optional. But at the moment, Teespring, I had good times with Teespring. They've got some really good designers and everything. But I also was recently contacted by Teespring trying to recruit me to their service. I was like, you know, I'm actually like a member. Like I've been with Teespring for like a couple of years now. And they're like, oh, would you like to join our premium? I was like, what's that? They're like, well, you just get advertised for Twitch. I was like, oh, you can do that if you want, but I'm kind of switching soon. Sorry. So yeah, the people that I had contact with there left. So I guess they just don't know who I am anymore. Oh well. It wasn't really a big premium thing. It was more like they're advertising Twitch streamers. Anyway, so the point is we'll have a better shop, and it's going to be more stuff that's actually designed by like people that want to wear the stuff. Like it's stuff that I would wear and will wear. And the guy at Ownage, Jacob, is actually really good. And yeah, we'll make sure everything's quality. So that's the only other real announcement that I have, I think. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So 3:30, I will go. Art soon, stream soon. Good night, everybody. Metopia stream will be substantial this week too, so look forward to that. And Splatoon has a bit of an update, and ARMS has an update, so look forward to those as well. I don't know when, but soon. Good night. God bless. Eat yourself a merry little Christmas.